It's the Social Drinkers Podcast.
What's going on, YouTube? This is Sean P with the Social Drinkers Podcast, and as you can see, we got a whole brand new look. This is our first show in the new studios. Now, we may have some throwback videos that we're going to shoot at y'all, but for this is our first episode for here. And I think we got a doozy. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. This is an all-guys show. We're going to call this X to the Z, Generation X. Not versus Generation Z. The idea is for us to exchange ideas and get some preconceived thoughts and beliefs that we have about each generation. Now, we know there are generations in between that and after that, but this is a good enough distance between the two that we can kind of encapsulate in the episode how much things have changed. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves.
I'm the real Darius Love. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm not really on Twitter no more. Mostly Instagram and YouTube. You can follow me. I'm the real Darius Love. I'm here to kick some game with my old heads right here.
Must you call us old heads? Anyway.
Yeah, I'm Chuck, man. I'm Chuck in the cut, man. How y'all doing?
I'm glad to be here, Unc. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all having me.
No problem, man.
We got a lot to say.
I know you do. So this episode is not a continuation, but we're going to go deeper into something that we kind of touched on a few days ago. We were all together. I'm best friends with his dad. Me and Chuck, just like my little brother, we all grew up together. And so we all got together. And what's changed about how things were back in the days when it was just us, it was just me and my boys, the crew, trying to find ourselves. Now we're at a position now where not only we have our own kids, we also have grandkids. I remember a long time ago, I'd always said that I'm never gonna stop listening to hip hop, stuff like that.
Is that true now?
Well, yes and no. So now I found that I don't listen to really any new hip hop unless it's a certain type, like J. Cole, Kendrick. I really like your girl Rhapsody, stuff like that. Really, Rhapsody. Check her out.
Rhapsody. Okay,
Rhapsody.
Okay.
And so to that degree, I still listen to hip hop, but by and large, I'm no longer into hip hop. So if I do, it's going to be something that I grew up on, right? And so what I've learned is as we've gone down the line, so much has changed, and a lot of stuff, a lot of beliefs that I had, a lot of things that I thought I would never do or that I would never stop doing, it's come to pass. Yeah, I don't do that no more.
I hear a lot of, I'm gonna call it y'all generation.
Hold on, what generation are you?
I'm Generation Z.
Okay, and we're Generation X. Okay, so go ahead.
I think a lot of y'all generation, because my dad says the same thing. He likes J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and I've heard a lot of Nipsey Hussle. Y'all heard of Nipsey Hussle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why do y'all like those rappers? I know, like, they talk about certain things that actually make sense. Is that why y'all like that generation, those type of rappers?
Well,
yeah, I'm sorry. Well, Nipsey most definitely. Nipsey was groundbreaking.
right there, right behind you.
Yeah. He was really on to something, and his early demise, he became a martyr. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think really people really just follow or listen to him as they used to, because things are just moving in the hip hop industry, and those are the guys that really had a message. You know what I mean? So, and not even just a message. He had a movement. It was more than just the rap and the lyrics. It was about, okay, he was trying to do something. He was trying to do something for his community. He was trying to be an example to a lot of guys in the industry who could have really been benefited from the example he was trying to leave. But
I agree.
You know what I mean? So
I agree wholeheartedly.
For sure, Nipsey, but like the other guys, J. Cole, they cool. I don't really subscribe to a lot of.
You don't rock with J. Cole?
I mean, no, he's okay, but I don't listen to his music.
So if you had to rank top 3 my generation of rappers, who would you say?
Your generation between what?
Yeah, I don't.
Let's say early 2000s to now.
Nelly. You see what I'm saying? I'm like,
that's too broad.
That is too broad.
I honestly, a lot of it for me is unlistenable. I literally cannot stand to listen to it.
Why not?
Because it's so different. My ears are trained for something different. You know, so it has nothing to do. I'm not dissing them when I say that, but it's also not. I'm 53. It wasn't made for me. You know, I don't understand the lingo anymore. I always thought that I would be up on that shit forever.
Yeah.
And once you're not in it, you don't know. So they're speaking a completely different language as far as I'm concerned. The reason why so I'm not I didn't listen to a lot of Nipsey. I got onto Nipsey. I got onto Nipsey late in the game, maybe 2 or 3 years before he before he passed away, and that's because they had on what you call it, Sirius on the radio. God damn it!
979? No,
the internet radio.
XFM.
But the one particular one, the one that Eminem's
Shady 45.
Yeah, then they had the LA Leakers.
Right.
LA Leakers.
Yeah, because Who Kid has his own show, LA Leakers. So LA Leakers would play a lot of West. They played everything. They played a lot of West Coast, and and they played a song by Nipsey. I'm like, man, I like that, and I Shazammed it, and I started really jamming that song.
Nipsey was hard.
Like, come on, let's get right. It's the name of it, and it's like mellow. It's just jamming. And so I listened to a few other things, but that was about it. What I liked about Nipsey, and Chuck touched on that, was bigger than hip hop. It was the whole the marathon, the movement, and how he was trying to bring his that world that he lives in, that gang banging lifestyle, which I know very little about, but I do know he was respected across all sets. So he's doing something significant. But when it comes strictly off of hip hop, I think artists like Kendrick, J. Cole, I actually like Drake, but
You like Drake too? Drake too?
Drake. But I don't want to get too deep into that. I do. You know, it is what it is.
Wow.
Well, he's rapping. Yeah. I understand him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what you're saying, and I don't. Right. But he's rapping more in a straightforward manner. Yeah. J. Cole is rapping on a straightforward manner. Kendrick is rapping on a straightforward and stuff like that. So I understand it. Killer Mike. You know, he won like 3 Grammys. This page, I think he swept. I think they had 3 rap categories. He swept them all. I was there for it. But man, you ask these youngsters about it, they don't even know who he is.
Can I be honest with you?
Absolutely.
I don't know who Killer Mike is.
No, I mean, I get it though. Yeah. But the reason why that appealed to my generation, it's more aligned with what we grew up in. So we're not saying it's better. I think it's better, but I do realize it's tuned to my ears. I don't enjoy listening to the new style of hip hop now.
I respect that though.
Okay, so now you got me thinking. So, like Rick Ross and Pusha T, they were like at the beginning of that era.
Yeah, but they're rapping. They're spitting.
No, that's what I'm saying. But they were like the last of a dying breed.
Gotcha.
And after that, things kind of
changed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, most definitely.
I respect it. I'm gonna say this though. I don't agree with the older generation. I do understand it though.
You don't agree, or you don't understand it?
I understand it, but I don't agree.
With what aspect of it? That's kind of broad.
Y'all comments on Pusha T, like the rapping now versus then. Okay, this is why I understand it, but I don't agree. I understand it because our generation, honestly, we're listening to like the vibe of the music.
Right.
Yes.
Y'all generation is listening to the lyrics, what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on this. I'm straddling the fence because it's some songs I'm like,
everything is a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you even need the rapper though if it's a vibe?
But
right, it makes the MC obsolete.
Let me finish. Nowadays, honestly, you got some of my generation that kind of like, you know, decipher between the two. Mm-hmm. But you got others that's like, man, I listen to certain songs, I'm like, dude, this shit is garbage. Like, what is he saying?
Our rap?
No, our rap.
Oh, yeah.
Our rap. Like, this shit is garbage.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what, though?
Everybody got that.
The beat sounds amazing.
Yeah.
The cadence, amazing.
Yes.
The sound of it. And I'm going to be honest, I catch myself, like, riding in the car, listening to
should be jamming.
Absolutely nothing. You know what my homeboy called me one time? Elevator music.
Oh, no. At least elevator music is relaxing.
But think about when you get in the elevator. You're already probably with somebody or you sitting there by yourself on your phone and you can just listen to it in the background. It's like background music. But like nowadays,
there's a problem with that though.
It's a huge problem with it.
There's a problem, and not to even. I mean, but to me, the whole problem is if you have a beat going and somebody rapping, because I came across some Asian rappers or Chinese rappers going. I'm talking about just going off. I'm like, I'm gonna say that. I'm like, man, that boy.
Asian rappers?
What?
Asian rappers.
Speaking in their language, not even speaking.
Wow.
Going, I'm talking about
I heard.
Going off.
You heard this too?
Yeah, but and you don't know what they're saying.
You don't know what they say. That's what I'm getting to.
But they riding that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
And I had to stop and think. I can't like this.
Why not?
I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
So you think you might be saying something you don't agree with?
It don't matter.
Okay, let me ask you this. So if you're listening to reggae, unless you speak patois, you don't know what the fuck they talking about.
I don't listen to reggae.
You remember that song?
But I understand that's what you said. But if somebody can like narrate, and if let's say me and you listen to something, you listen to, it's like you introduced me to a lot of stuff. You gonna let me know, hey. You gonna let me know, hey, this it's saying this is that, it's the vibe. So next time I'm jamming and hear it, I might not know what they saying, but somebody done walk me through what's going on, so I'm comfortable with it.
So you remember that this is a reggae song or a dance hall? I don't know the difference. Well, I don't know the correct way to say it. Let the fire make me burn down.
I've never heard
I'll let you hear when we finish.
Okay.
The viewers will know what I'm talking about, and I'm screwing the words up as well. But that was an anti-gay song.
Anti-gay?
Anti-gay.
So they're talking about
No, that's a different song. That's a different song.
Not the one. Okay.
But in the bar with the chichi bar down.
I may know it if I hear
me
it.
burn them. And what they're talking about is catching gay people and set them on fire. Because
That's what they talking about?
yes. So
Yes.
homosexuality isn't really accepted in Jamaica like that. Okay, I like talking about. But my point, the reason why I brought that up, and I'll let you hear the song later on when we're done recording, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't find that out until TikTok came out, and how offensive the song was.
Yeah.
And so there are times that you can listen to something and not necessarily understand what they're saying, but the vibe is there.
Yeah.
I guess my issue with a lot of hip hop right now is that it's not lyrically engaging. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
100% though.
because some of our hip hop didn't have the greatest beats sometimes. However, the lyricism would take you to a place where you're not even listening to the music. Music draw you in, and lyrics keep you there. I don't know if you ever heard of Razzcast. So Razzcast from LA, and Carson actually, but he had a song called "Nature of the Threat" where he broke down racism and the evolution from Europeans taking over certain countries to, just the why people thought the way they, and it's like 7 minutes long. It's not jamming.
It's not jamming.
It's not the
He's
beat.
talking about something.
Yeah, so after a while, I have forgotten that I'm listening to a rap song for entertainment. I'm getting entertained off of and then he's saying it in a clever way. I think that's missing with a lot of hip hop artists today, which is why I can't get into them, which is why I kind of, if there's new rap, it's going to be somebody that's highly lyrical.
Yeah. I'm going to say this, honestly.
And you still need to explain how you don't respect us or the problem that you.
I'm gonna get to that.
You
I'm
dance.
gonna get to that. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to that part. But I do want to comment off of y'all. Comment off of what y'all said about music or whatever. I catch myself sometimes. Honestly, I get in certain moods where I want to be serious and I want to be like, just for real. And I'll listen to certain things and I'm like, man, he's really talking about something. But I'm going to be honest, 90% of the time, I'm so in my head, I don't care about what I'm listening to that much. So when I'm listening to a song, I'm mostly kind of using it, me personally, and I see my friends doing this sometimes too. I listen to music just for the background music. know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Might
care.
well listen to jazz. I start
I'm
listening.
literally finna say that.
No.
Or so-
Put on some jazz.
I'm not
mean,
doing that because I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm going back to the chanting and whatever's being. Cause we talking about somebody saying something you don't know what they saying.
Okay.
They, you know, that's what I'm getting to. I mean, so if they saying F nigga, I want your mama, what up, you know what I mean? We coming to kill you with it, blow your butter in the hood.
Whether you listen or not, you're hearing that. That's in your head. Okay, that's
But can I say something though? Honestly, I'm gonna name my top 3 right now, and I'm gonna tell you why.
okay.
My top 3, and this is not really my favorite. It's just what I listen to the most. So obviously,
Okay.
it's my top 3. NBA YoungBoy, not no order. NBA YoungBoy. I like Money Man, and I like Pop Smoke. When I listen to these rappers, first of all, I wake up at 4:30 every morning. I get to work at 5:30. I got work tomorrow, by the way. When I'm on the way to work, I'm listening to it.
That's your vibe, your energy.
It's for the emotions, for
Yeah,
the energy.
yeah.
Well, yeah, you're getting ready to go into an environment where it's
That's
kind
the only
of
type of music
it's
I
going to
listen
serve
to.
you well to have a little bit
Right.
of. Now I can't. Now I know who Pop Smoke was. I know who NBA YoungBoy is. The other cat I've never heard of. I don't.
I'm gonna put you on though. You gonna
I
like
don't
them.
know.
You gonna like them too.
any of their music. However, so if I took that to a different level, I can't listen to, we just mentioned strictly niggas never ignorant getting goals accomplished.
Right.
I can't listen to Violent by Tupac on my way to work at the hospital.
I used to do that.
Why not?
Because it sets the tone.
It says to.
Boy.
Boy.
I mean, I'm saying boy. I mean,
No, I understand.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boy, I mean stop. Like boy, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, understand
I got-
something. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Chuck.
You feeding negativity into yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm banging, gangster, like Cuban Easy going to work, and wonder why when I get into a elevated situation, that's how I'm responding.
Because you already got that adrenaline flowing through
That's
your.
what's coming out.
I
of
love
me.
that comment because I got something to say.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
It's the real though.
Over all these years, I had to acknowledge that. Dang, let me stop feeding that.
Right.
And guess what? I got different results.
I agree with you. This will help you understand, both of y'all. You know, y'all old heads. Understand my.
I think
generation.
love jab.
I'm gonna say that. I gotta say that. But you know what? How you okay? The way y'all listen to music and get a different emotion from us is because when y'all was coming up listening to certain artists, y'all was listening to an artist that was putting his damn heart into it.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, it was somewhat
Even our
realistic.
trash rappers were
Okay, but think about
better.
No.
Hey,
Listen to
okay,
this.
leave
Listen
that
to
alone.
this. We talk about y'all favorite rappers though. Favorite rappers. Number one, nobody else. You listened and loved his music because you felt like he was speaking the damn truth, right?
Right.
My generation, you know what I think about these rappers nowadays? This is a facade. This is a facade. He's not living this.
It has to be.
He's
Well,
not living
It
this.
okay.
Listen.
was, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's entertainment. It's
Yes.
okay
It's
to have a
entertainment
facade.
nowadays. But listen,
But-
all rap is entertainment nowadays.
It was half a facade in our generation, basically.
Right. So
a percentage of it.
But one of the things, the
Not half, but a
main
percentage
thing,
of it.
because you got the 5 elements of hip hop. You know what those are?
I don't. I may know, but can you explain them to me?
I'm script the filth when somebody goes, "Oh, you trying to teach somebody something you don't even know?"
Nah, go ahead. Project Unk. This is why
Okay.
you call Unk, man. You got to teach us. Go ahead.
Got the MC,
Okay, I've heard that.
DJ.
Heard of that.
You got graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
You got breakdancing, and you have the journalism part. Hey, I did it. So
You did that. I like
all of those are the 5 elements of hip hop. So growing up, we had all 5. We had the graffiti. We had people used to break dance, pop lock. We had, the typical setup was 2 MCs and a DJ.
Yeah.
And then the DJ actually have his own song on the album where he just cutting and da da da.
Yeah.
And then at the concert, he have a little set where he just going off and shit. Then we had Double XL. That's the journalism part.
Yeah.
We had when I say journalism, you had the media.
Yeah,
So we
magazine.
had Beat Street. We had breaking. It was a culture. And one of the things that MCs did is, if you did not write your own raps and that came out, your career was done.
Enough said.
Really?
It was
Enough said.
done.
Ain't nobody. Soon as the word got out, it was over.
It was over. They're gonna stop fucking with you.
Why?
Because you're calling yourself a rapper and you don't rap. You're not writing. You didn't have to go for it. So let me give you an example. So we had a group called Nice and Smooth. Nice and Smooth. Now, they weren't the greatest lyricists, but they wrote their shit. The hooks were catchy. They rhymed over catchy beats. They served a purpose, and they didn't disrespect hip-hop by, on some...
I was jamming DeWick yesterday.
Do it with a Gangstar.
And how he was talking about the dude owed him some money.
Oh.
I'm just not realizing they jerked him for some money. That's all Greg Knight's verse was about. But you think it's a hard live song, but he was just
saying something. Or he'll be like, Dizzy Gillespie played the sax.
Yeah.
Me myself, I'd like the max.
Man, come on,
Stick up voices out the tax.
Come on.
That's nothing
hard,
complicated.
yo.
Well, here's the thing. It's kind of like look at it like this: a Model T is a car. It's a car. But inside of the engine of a Model T is not going to be anything like a Hellcat. But there's still cars. You wouldn't have the Hellcat without the Model T. You wouldn't have rap at all if it wasn't for the people that, because they make fun of old rappers like, nigga, we will eat y'all ass alive. You heard my song. Nigga, I still write like that.
By the way.
I still write like that. It's in us. It's what we do. So we can hop on the track. A 53-year-old nigga could hop on the track with these young niggas. Now they're not gonna like it because of the way I'm rapping.
Okay. But can I be honest with you?
Sure.
Y'all would not eat us up.
It depends on what you're listening for. We're not gonna give you no vibe.
No, that's
We're gonna give you
That's why y'all wouldn't eat us
lyricism.
up.
So let me ask you a question: can a dude that's giving you a vibe on a record stand out on the block and just
No.
People be like, nah, they want to hear the nigga talk about some, even
It
if it's some
ain't gonna work
street
that way.
shit, and you taking a nigga on the story.
But see,
It
what
ain't gonna
it
work that
is we got it from beating on the table.
Beatboxing in the corner of the room.
Just like your daddy, I always trying to crank like that's how we used to be in a cypher. We'll be at the school and then it's girls coming around. It's so now you have to have some lyrics.
Now that's a vibe.
Yeah, now that's a
That's
vibe.
a vibe to y'all.
Well, no, we putting on a whole fucking show at lunch.
I'm gonna tell y'all
lunch.
something though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I be honest with y'all?
Yes.
Yes.
That shit would get no play today. It wouldn't.
I mean, I get it.
What we're saying is this is how it was created.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the reason why it's about lyrics with us, because we didn't have the music and all the push the buttons and the vibe that y'all can just push button and get.
Yeah.
The vibe was who can rap and get the girls to vibe and liking what you're saying at the school at lunchtime or whatever. That was the vibe.
You could have a nigga that's in his room or something and be like, I want to be a rapper. And go to his computer, record something, upload it, and it might blow up.
Today's day and age?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That didn't work like that for us. So you can write raps all you want.
You can write raps
You got to
all
find a
you
studio. You got to pay for the studio, go in there, record
It's the
it.
access to everything.
Yeah, and then not only that, then what you going to do with it?
Yeah.
You still got to go find.
You got to put it in your car,
But
drive around.
That brings me to my next point.
Drive
That's
to
why I
everybody's
believe,
hood.
honestly, back then, I agree with y'all though. In a way, I agree with y'all because back then, you really had to want it.
But there's a little bit more to it than that. And I'll let you finish it. But this is like a little piece I want to add on to it too.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Guys, the restroom real quick.
So the young nigga got a small bladder.
Yeah. All this old school unk shit, we double cupped up and everything. This boy here got to take a bridge.
Yeah, so I'm even wondering whether or not I want to take this out.
You know what I mean?
No.
We say you got a boo boo. No, we gonna.
Yeah, we got to pause for this station identification.
So it's the way that y'all generation, not yours, because there's a couple other generations.
That's my
Consume
generation.
music is different as well, so you don't appreciate it. So you can hundreds of songs can be released a day, and you going around looking for new music. You listen to about 4 or 5 seconds of that shit, and you move on. I like, well, the song ain't really got going yet. You know, it's well, the vibe ain't right. So with us, since we didn't have the internet, we didn't have computers in the house at all. Don't look at me like that, bro.
I'm not. I
was
gonna laugh after the
Dude,
scene.
they didn't exist.
We
Y'all
didn't
didn't
have
have
that.
computers.
No,
Can I say something?
the computers existed, but they just...
Y'all had the big butt at the end of it, though.
No,
Like,
we talking about before that.
keypad.
We was in
that shit
high
at
school.
home. Yeah, we had
You
that.
had to go to a computer lab or the library or some shit like. It just didn't.
We didn't have that.
They just didn't exist. It ain't our fault though. That's like making fun of somebody that rode horses. Like, y'all didn't have cars back in the day. But no, look.
We had KTs.
I understand.
So we hear a song. Say you hear some motherfucking shit was day one by Big Daddy Kane, Rakim,
I like
Airville
Big Daddy
Rakim.
Kane, though. I like Big Daddy Kane.
Okay, but some people, certain Karis one, Beat Down, like that. All that was first day by. Once you hear an album was dropping, we go get it. But other people, you hear a song, you be like, oh, that's jamming. Now you got to make a decision.
Okay.
When you can just go buy the single when it come out, and they had maybe had a dope B side. Sometimes the B side was better than the fucking song you bought it for.
Yeah.
So, or let's go ahead and buy the album. Now here's the deal about buying the album. And this before CDs. So you'll have you just open the cassette and then you had this it unfold. And while the album is playing, we were reading who produced it. We knew all the producers.
Yeah.
We knew the rappers.
Who was on
We
there.
know what crew they was with. We just knew everything about these people.
Everything.
And as man, such and such, man, Karis One produced this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're listening to it, and you listen to the whole thing because now you just spent $6 or $7 on a fucking $8 on a tape. Right. You gonna listen to that whole motherfucker because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, $8.
Yeah.
$8.99. And then you get the album, and if it's really jamming, like when America's Most Wanted album came out, that's Ice Cube's first solo album. We used to ride around and listen to nothing but that one tape.
That's it.
We played the fuck out of it. We listened to it and consumed it. We knew all the lyrics, and we knew that DJ Pooh, Red from Friday, produced that. You know what I'm saying? People don't know he's a legendary producer, but we've known about DJ Pooh while we was in high school.
Yeah.
I think y'all generation, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you good. Go for it.
I think y'all generation is more so like seriousness. Our generation is more so entertainment. That's just how we look at y'all.
No.
We're so serious about a lot of things.
No, that's how you look at it now. But we had fun rap. We had Kid and Play, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. So, but we also had the gangster shit, and we had the pro black shit, X Clan, KRS One,
like that, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Man. Or beepers. Our Posse's on Broadway. We had a song about beepers. Then we didn't have cell phones. We had beepers.
He's a song about beepers.
I hooped it.
My hooped it, ragged. That's where hooped it come from. Ragged. Beeper, my beeper, baby. Scott Pager. You know what I'm saying? It was just, and so I know it seems odd that we relied on certain technology. At the time, for us was groundbreaking. If you had a beeper, man, you was that dude.
But y'all had a beeper back in the day?
We didn't phones. Yeah. So you get you a beeper, you get beep. Then now you got to find a pay phone. Yeah. You go to pay phone and see what it is. It was emergency. They put 911 on it.
Okay. So which brings me to my next point. Think about all the things y'all had to go through. Okay. For instance, I'm gonna break it down. I paid you. One. You have to look at it, see who pays you. Go find a payphone.
Yeah.
Like, that made it more serious. Like, that lets me know, like, you wanted to talk to me. Whatever I paid you about was serious. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the difference was we was in the streets though, like.
I get that, but I'm just saying nowadays. Think about my generation.
We was outside.
It was outside.
Yeah.
It was a different outside.
Outside.
Now y'all outside different. Y'all got cars and shit. I don't know how that.
We got more access to everything.
We was
so
outside.
don't y'all think that would change the mindset? Think about it. If you was 16, 17, I was 17, 18 when I had my first car. I was 11 when I had my first phone. I was like 13 years old with social media. Like, when I was playing basketball in high school, I could like my games was getting filmed. I had highlight tapes.
So
like,
kids are being spoiled without the spoils.
In a way.
You know what I mean?
But I would say this: the times have changed though, and I think that's be the disconnect sometimes. Like y'all don't understand because our struggles was different.
Yeah, all the spoils you talking about are the spoils of the richer folks back in the day.
Right.
So y'all are being spoiled without the spoils. Y'all getting all the stuff that rich folks get, but
without having to attain it yourselves.
Yeah.
Bring your mic with you.
Without having to attain it yourself, without your parents really being rich, because everything is so obtainable.
Right.
Because of the everything is I ain't gonna say cheap, but
it's right there.
It's right there.
Everything is right there, bro. I mean, 10 years ago, maybe 15. When did this podcast stuff jump off? Like, people wasn't doing this. Like, I know when I started doing what I'm doing.
5 years ago?
No, before they, Joe Budden.
But when it really started becoming.
But even then, you'd have to have a bunch of money and
yeah,
setup.
It was.
They make it.
You wouldn't be able to do this back like this.
Right.
Back in the day.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to afford to do it.
They make everything.
Nobody would.
Yeah, well, somebody would, but
Some of these but like a
Same
millionaire,
thing with the,
those 4 cameras right there.
Same thing with the clothing industry. That stuff wasn't affordable.
Yeah.
Remember when I first got in, I had to remember what I was telling you. When I was first having issues, I couldn't find video. Nobody was on YouTube doing this and fixing that. I was stuck.
Right.
It didn't make no sense for me to start sending my stuff back. Fast forward a couple of years, now look at me. I'm looking like a G.
Right.
They got videos. I can just go on YouTube.
YouTube University.
Because now people didn't have stuff, and it's just like that, bro. This stuff is like instant grits.
Yeah. My first YouTube video ever, and this was about 4 years ago. I was still on Android. I had my Android phone, and I didn't know nothing about no lighting. There was no mic. I'm bald. My hat was off, and it was hot in there, and the light was bright. So I'm shut. I left that motherfucker on YouTube too. I still there.
I gotta go look it up.
That's my first video.
Yes.
Yeah. Check that bitch out and see where I'm at now. But I didn't evolve from this just because I'm clever. I put the time into learning, but the learning curve nowadays for anything that you want to do is so smooth. Because you have it at your fingertips to look this shit up and watch it, rewind it, and have it playing while you're doing it. We had to go to a library.
Yeah. When I went to school for my automotive to get my applied science degree, I'm looking, I seen that when they started the STEM program. I never heard of that.
Science,
technology,
engineering, math. Yeah.
2003, 4 when I got out of truck driving.
We had computer literacy class.
That's still a thing, though.
No, but
it's
look,
different. It ain't the same.
But look, STEM program, they were just starting, blah, blah, blah. Why come you can go on TikTok and they have a whole STEM feed? Come on, man. And you failing, and you doing what, 9 math? And you what?
Remember, teachers used to tell us you're not going to always have a calculator on you?
No, I got
phone.
Video, I got YouTube.
Yeah.
They never expected that.
Well, I mean, and that's my whole point. And I'll say this, I still want you to get to the point about you're not. I keep saying you don't respect us, but
we don't. In a way, we do. But
why? What did we do?
Well,
we made the reason why y'all had the shit that y'all have now. The reason why y'all life was so good is because we crawled so y'all could walk.
Did y'all?
Yeah,
absolutely.
All y'all see. Like most people, a lot of people only see the bad. Like at work,
Is it did?
Yo.
I just had to ask.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
No, I just had to ask. I'm not saying y'all did it. I just had to ask.
Nah, the way you said it.
It's just like at work. Your boss man don't too much come down there and tell you how great of a job. If he is telling you doing a good job, it's that cookie cutter. Hey, you guys are doing a great job. Like they all went to the same class. They all went to the same class. I didn't seen it. I've seen it. You know what I mean?
It's not genuine.
I feel like this. And just hear me out. One, it's a different day and age. Now, what I'm finna say next, I don't agree with everything. I agree with a good amount of it. You'll know what I agree with, but I'm gonna just lay it down for y'all, right? My generation, you gotta think about it. Is anybody military in here?
Yeah, both of us.
Both of them? Thank y'all for your service, bro.
No problem.
We have mental health.
Ungrateful bastard. But go ahead.
Thank y'all for your
fuck.
service. we have mental health breaks in the military now.
Yeah.
We have.
heard.
You might have to edit this part out. I don't know, but you have the LGBTQ community.
No, that can stay. You can talk about them. Don't disrespect
I'm not gonna bash them.
Yeah.
We have the LGBTQXYZ in the military now. So for y'all generation, I think
it was an era of don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, it was back.
It's not even about that though. Y'all stood on a different standard, morals, principles, and just ethic that we do. You get what I'm saying? Y'all stood. What I've learned from y'all generation, I respect y'all generation. Honestly, I talk my shit, but I do respect y'all wholeheartedly. Y'all stood on, like, some of y'all, hard work, discipline. Like, I'm a man. I'm tough. I'm this. Can't nobody play with me. My woman's in her place. My kids are in their place. I'm in my place, and this and that. We have more access to a lot of things. My generation is a little more softer, a little more like sensitive. Like, I go to work. I've played college ball. I've been around older guys. I've have experience, but like my generation, we don't. First of all, we don't want to hear y'all like get on us. Y'all was used to somebody older telling y'all, get your motherfucking ass down and do this. Y'all talk to my generation like that, it's either gonna be a fight, an argument, a disagreement, or who the fuck he think he is. You know what I'm saying? But y'all generation was more so like, nah, he just telling me like, man, get right. You know what I'm saying? My generation not going for that. We ready to shoot, kill, die about it.
I think a lot of that started when they stopped letting them whoop in schools.
See, I've never even had a whooping in school.
They stopped letting them whoop in schools. Then it went from, because at first, you call 911. You scared to call, touch that phone. Mm-hmm. Now,
we should be able to get in a fist fight.
Yeah.
You get pops and get sent back to class.
Yeah, kids are weaponizing 911.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Even though I personally don't agree with corporal punishment. So.
What do you mean?
Hitting kids.
Yeah.
You don't?
No. I do.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I get why. It's just how we grew up. I think it's a remnant of slavery. Mm-hmm. It's especially prevalent in the South, and you do something I don't want you to do, I hit you. Now, if it was strictly to correct the behavior, I could buy that. But typically, especially when we were growing up, and this is not to bash nobody, mom and parents or whatever.
Yeah, don't bash nobody.
I'm not, but this is the truth. A lot of ass whoopings you got because your parents were mad.
Oh, yeah.
They were hitting you because they were angry, not because they were trying to correct the behavior.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so there's that thin line between disciplining a kid and beating them because you could. Yep. You can't hit your wife if she disobey you.
Not at all.
You can't hit your coworker. You can't even hit an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Why can you beat a child? And that's my only thing. So I don't want to get into a debate of whether or not you should do it, but you asked. And that's me personally. I think I whooped Noah twice, but I felt like I had to. In his entire life. But he did some foul shit at school that
I had to.
I can't let you do this.
I gotta correct you.
What?
I gotta correct. No. That's how you felt.
Yeah.
That's how you felt.
I mean, I had no choice.
You had to correct your son.
But I'm exactly like that. I think I've only maybe whooped Donovan. Not this many times his whole life.
Yeah, me personally, I've had like 100 ass whoopings at least.
Right, exactly.
We got whooped for anything.
Well,
if you come in and out of the house one too many times, which don't exist now. Well, I guess y'all don't go outside, but if you keep running in and out, and she done told you or he told you, and you forgot and went back in to get something, you might get your ass whooped.
Yep.
So let me say this: think about the mindset that what y'all just explained. Mm-hmm. Think about what type of monster that creates. That's my generation. So, no, honestly, think about it. Because I go to school.
You talking about the lack of?
I'm going to explain it. Okay, y'all generation, a parent could whoop y'all and correct y'all, correct?
Right.
My generation, is laws set in place. If you whoop us, if you fight us, if you punch us, you do half the stuff that grandma and mom and dad did to us.
Go to jail.
Y'all can go to jail.
Yeah, so
now
they can come get you. Like
they can come get you.
Come on.
So
No, I'm telling them, come get it.
Come get the kid?
Yeah, since I can't discipline him.
Yeah, I can't discipline y'all. Come get him.
Okay.
Because as a child, that you think you grown and you think you want to call these people, life is not yours.
I agree with you.
And the state, since y'all in this together.
Grab your mic.
I agree with you.
Bring your mic with
And
you.
I'm going to work in the morning.
Bring your mic with you.
Yeah, and I'm going to work in the morning.
Listen to this, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to work in the morning.
We're 3 men talking about this. Think about mom in the home. She ain't trying to get rid of that child. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Think
that's a
about
problem too, though,
that's,
right?
that's another problem. But I'm
That's
finna land my plane. Think about this. Think about if y'all in my dad's age, right? So y'all going through what I've got to watch y'all go through, right? I'm watching my parents. Y'all can't discipline me. Y'all can't put your hands on me. Now it's in a situation where shit, some kids run the damn household.
Yeah.
Why? I get to do what I want to, and you really can't. Them words and all that other that shit get old.
Well, it's a thin line too. So we legit feared our parents.
That's where I was going to go.
We were afraid of them.
That's where I was going to go.
That's a problem. You shouldn't be afraid of
You shouldn't be
your
afraid of them.
parents.
You shouldn't be.
So
To a certain extent.
no, you respect your parents. So that means your parents are doing things that. You ever heard your mama lying?
My mama lie all the time. I love you, mama, but your ass be lying.
Or you ever heard your daddy just straight up lie and you sitting there like,
He lie all the time. I love you too, but he be lying. Y'all his friend.
well,
He be lying. He human though.
he has no reason to lie to us. We don't lie to each other. We just
shoot the shit.
yeah, we
We
will
just embellish on
embellish a little bit.
and we be knowing, but we don't embellish.
Yeah. But it make the story entertaining.
Yeah.
You lie to people that are closest to you who you're going to disappoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris can't disappoint me. He's always going to be Chris.
Yeah.
And in order for us to give each other, because we check each other, they can be like, you tell your homeboy you got a real homeboy. You come back and you tell him some shit you did, and it's foul. You're like, damn man, why you do that?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
homeboy, yeah.
Yeah. So, but with you're gonna lie to your wife. You don't want a divorce. You're gonna lie to your kids because you don't want your kids to look at you a certain type of way. We've seen each other at our worst. There's no reason to lie anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, but my point being about the parent thing is you should be able to respect your parents. So I've always tried to raise my son in a way that you shouldn't be your kid's friend. You kind of need to. You got to make sure he's comfortable to come to you if something is wrong. But if he's afraid of you, he's going to hide it, and it's going to make the situation worse.
But it has to be it's
a thin line.
Balance.
I get you.
So I almost think like me and Donovan kind of got it. I think I kind of got it with Donovan. But Trev just was never really listening. Like
Right.
But
I ain't gonna smoke no weed with you. I'm not taking you no strip club. None of that shit. But we can have a bill and chop it up.
Yeah.
We can hop on a game or something together where you're doing normal people shit together. Where you're still the parent, but you're not inaccessible. Hey, daddy.
Yeah.
I did something fucked up. I need you.
Yeah.
I want to be able to be there for him.
Yeah.
But if he's afraid that I'm gonna hit him or go off, he's gonna hide it and maybe go to the wrong person to help him.
I think of it like this, honestly, because I'm in that generation. I think y'all was brought up. Think about the social media and the technology that we have. So keep that on the back burner.
Okay.
Y'all was in a house where the people y'all are around, y'all had to go outside and talk to people. Y'all had to talk to y'all parents. So y'all parents could say a certain thing to y'all, right? If our parents yelled at us and we was in a room by ourselves, we still had the phone. So we could access the whole world. You get what I'm saying? So what that means is...
Not in my house, but yeah, I hear you. No, I hear you.
I'm just saying the average home, though. The average home. Unless you take the phone.
But that's a problem.
But okay,
because when you're being disciplined, it's more than anything. It's from the stuff you want to do. Like with my son, like you say, they don't want to go outside. Give me the phone. Go outside. I got to take the goal out. I used to make this dude go out, take the goal out, go out there and hoop. Be out there.
But I'm saying the access that we have though, you gotta be honest with yourself though. If your kids really want to access certain things, we could.
No, well,
without y'all around.
What kids? What age are we talking about? Because now
I'm gonna say
now they have a lot of more parental restrictions on stuff. Now,
okay. I'm talking about the average. I'm not talking nothing personal. You're obviously the parent that checks on your kids and stuff. The average parent doesn't.
I say I wouldn't know.
The average parent doesn't.
Yeah.
So
well, you know what? Obviously, that's what's going on because
that's what's wrong.
of what I'm dealing with in the streets every day. Like
Right.
that. Yeah.
But listen to what I'm saying.
When do y'all have time to steal all these cars and rob
But
stores
listen
like
to
y'all
what I'm saying.
doing?
We're able, y'all generation, listen to y'all parents. Y'all parents was probably the average. I'm not saying y'all. I don't want to speak personal because I don't know y'all's parent situation. I never met y'all parents. But the average person in y'all generation, y'all look at y'all parents as idols. Y'all look at grandma as idols. Like, y'all respected them a little more than my generation respect our parents. You know what I'm saying?
But why?
Because we have so many other idols and so many other people we can look up to.
But why? Okay, so, and I'm not speaking for you, but like overall, these same generations of parents, I'm assuming have a little money about themselves because they can afford to buy stuff for their kids. So if you're not even wanting for anything, why you don't respect the person that's providing the most and doing the most for you?
That's giving you the access to all these
all
idols.
stuff.
Yeah, that
you don't respect that person. That's great, boy.
Because, like I said, y'all generation looks at y'all are more appreciative than my generation.
Because we.
So listen to this honestly.
Okay.
Before I forget my point, if we get a phone, first of all, my generation, when y'all was coming up, grandma, mama, somebody probably had y'all in the church or worshiping something to believe in, right? Our generation, we are in the church, but we have so much social. I don't think y'all understand the severity of social media.
I do.
And what it does to your mindset.
No, I do.
Honestly. So think about this. We're young. My generation, we idolize money so much. I've dated women to where they literally told me, I'm not listening to you until you make $100,000 a year at 22 years old. So if a 20-year-old girl is telling her boyfriend this, think about the boyfriend and girlfriend should be on this level, right?
Yeah.
Think about where our parents are. This is the mindset of my generation. I'm telling y'all, this is not a fable.
We see it on social media.
It's the truth. I'm gonna tell you, if we see somebody with $1 million, I swear to God, my generation, I listen to everything that person says. That person could say the sky is red tomorrow, and I'm gonna say, you know what?
That was the same thing in my generation.
You got some money, but it's worse now because
Yeah,
I can go access it.
It's 10 times
I can
worse.
go access
It's
it.
10 times worse.
A 10-year-old could watch porn.
It's 10 times worse.
I can go get a
But
whole
let me ask you
course
this.
on
Let me ask you this.
Instagram now.
So since you guys are having and raising the next generation, so it should get better. It should.
It's
I mean,
not.
if they're thinking like you, this should get some.
It's not gonna get better.
I mean, it should start taking a
It's not
dive.
gonna
We
get
should be
better.
all right for a generation or two. Because if people understand exactly
Bring your
what
mic
you're
up,
saying,
Chuck. Just push up. Just
if
push
people
up.
understand
Bring it to you.
exactly what you're saying,
They
And-
don't though.
you have to because it's in our face, bro. Every time I remember when the stuff first started jumping off. I went on Tik Tok. If I went on, so you get on it, and you scrolling, and you know how this stuff work.
Yeah.
You find one girl twerking and then shaking the butt, and you like that, and you keep going.
It's gonna show you
3 days later, you in there with
My
baby.
timeline
Look,
littered with that.
you in there with baby. You on the phone. You ain't tripping. You got the phone right here. Nah, baby, I'm just on TikTok. Ass. She like,
shake it for me.
like, what you been?
I'm
What
telling
you?
you, it's really like that.
Baby, I'm like, what you been watching? I'm like, man, I don't know what's going.
Hey, look, I got the nerve to be judging whore.
You see what I'm saying?
Whore.
You see what I'm saying?
But,
So it's like
Yeah.
that's, and I ain't gonna lie to you, like, even like in my times of separation, not being at home or whatever, and I'm looking on there, that didn't turn me on. Like, it's like if I was to meet you and see you, why would I want to?
boy, I don't want you at all.
If I meet a girl and I want to see your social media, see if you're on there twerking. I really want to see if that's what you're doing, because I know I don't care how old you are, I know where your mind at, because they got them 40-year-old women want to be like
And
them.
older.
And older. So I really want to see where your mind at.
Can I say this though?
That's the
Honestly.
mentality.
Honestly though, think about this. And just be honest. When y'all was 19, 20, 21, y'all was young, full of calm, and ready to have fun. Right or wrong?
We were in the Navy.
Okay. 17, young, full of calm, ready to have fun, right?
I wasn't wild. I was in the house type of dude.
Yeah, I was out there.
Yeah.
You was
But
out there?
yo, I had to do for myself though.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, but let me ask you this: if you could pick up your phone, get on Instagram, DM 5 different girls right now, would you? At that age,
That is,
think about it. Think about it. Hold on. You have the think about the access that we have. I have the access. Not saying I do this. I have the access. I can get on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. If I'm that feeling like that, I can get on Tinder. All these dating websites.
I was just gonna say the old heads was on the dating webs.
I'm just saying.
While y'all on the social media,
So
they was on that.
I have so much access.
there's
it
a
fucks your brain up.
There's a misconception though.
What's the
You
misconception?
think that's not real access.
Why not?
That's like getting the phone number and not using it, or she not answering the phone.
So
How is it not access?
we have to just hear me out.
Go ahead.
We have to go out and find women in real time. So when we actually find somebody that we want to contact, we have to call them, right? Use the phone. But we've actually already met them. And we had phone books. We had to, no, well, that's the thing.
Listen to what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm telling you. You're thinking because you saw somebody on Instagram or whatever that makes it easier. I think it makes it harder because we've done it the hard way. So you go out and you exchange numbers. You don't have to have no long drawn out conversation. It's the exact same thing as, hey, you got Snap. You got this and that. It's just numbers though. Then you call the person and y'all talk and y'all go meet up. And then y'all go out. I think it's harder for y'all because it's the same way I said the way y'all consume music, y'all consume other human beings that way. So if that person is not a vibe or something that hits you immediately, it's done. But if I have taken the time to meet you out in public, get a number, talk on the phone, probably 3-4 days or more before you actually go out on a date. They didn't expect us to take them to these. It just didn't exist, nigga. We didn't have to take you nowhere. We took you out,
somewhere
but
cool,
it was somewhere to eat.
You know what I mean? Like we you couldn't go out a lot. So if motherfuckers, if a person spending some money and some time on you like that, bro,
It means something.
Right, and so
the vibe.
That vibe, now that's a vibe again, because the connection is different. Because we've both put in effort to even being around each other. I prefer that to this day. I had downloaded only one of them. What's the one that everybody uses?
Tag.
No, what's that?
Tinder?
Tinder.
Tinder.
So I downloaded Tinder. And then, such and such liked your whatever it is. It pays such and something for the premium, so you can say, I'm not gonna do all that shit, dude. And I just left it alone.
It's not worth it.
No,
it's not. But I'll tell you though, TikTok, you making videos and shit like that. Yeah, they'll find you. They'll hit you up.
yeah.
But let me say this though.
Let me
say this. I'm not saying it's right nor it's better. I'm more so talking about the mindset. Okay, if 2 people start a race off, right? And the goal is to get to 10 girls. Because I believe...
We done that.
No, listen. I believe...
You're saying it's easier to do because of the access that you have on your phone.
That's all I'm saying.
It's not easier to do.
It's much
You're not
easier to
meeting
do.
them. You're not. You're just seeing something and you contact them.
It is much easier to do.
You say that because you haven't done it the way that we did it. So
I don't want to.
No, I get it. I don't want to do it the way you do it. The way we.
I think that's the difference, though. I love it, though. That's the difference.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. Our percentages were better. We had better percentages of accomplishing our goals because of our methods. Your percentage, if you 1 for 5, if you got 5, you might be 1 for 5. Now you got to go back in with another 5, and like might you 2 for 5. We done met 4 girls at 4 different times, and we 1,000%.
Okay, I look at it like this. Honestly, I was a sports guy, right? I was playing sports in the. I was playing sports. I graduated 2016, right? My junior year, and this is hypothetically speaking. I'm really talking about a friend. This never happened for me.
Right.
I'm hypothetically speaking.
Right.
I scored 30 in one game, right? My social media is attached to everybody know. You can just search up my name. My social media gonna pop up. 30 girls, 40 girls, 50 girls. Follow me. One night. I just dropped 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but those...
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. This is girls from Atascocita.
Yeah.
Kingwood.
Right over there.
The Woodlands.
Right.
Houston. The Heights. The Galleria.
You gonna holler it all
Out
out.
of 40, I'm gonna be honest, 15 of them bad.
How many you bag? I mean, how many potentially? How many could that person bag?
It's not about that.
What is it about?
I have 40 options compared to y'all. Hey, what's up, girl?
No,
Hey,
no.
what's up, girl? We have more options.
On that same scene, back in school,
You running back.
just ran 100 yards.
Tell me how y'all got a girl if you was the key running back. Tell me the process.
I had girlfriends.
And he was...
I'm not saying y'all didn't. I'm not saying y'all didn't.
Look, and he was homecoming king at a white high school.
You was? I'm not saying. Listen. I'm not hating. I'm not hating though.
I'm telling you about that notoriety.
Okay.
So, folks asked me what I'm gonna do for the game after it got good. So imagine, after the game, they even come from school high. She right here. She right there. I ain't gotta get on DM and try to hook up with you later on. It's action right here. Our action knew what it was. It was like, where they going after the game? What's going after the game? It's right now. It's not DM me trying to see which one of these they might come through. Oh, she coming through. Somebody else a better opportunity than came through.
Right.
So the percentages are different, son. I mean, I say some, but that's my
I respect
East
it.
Coast slang.
But let me tell you this though, we had that too. It wasn't totally digital. People was at the game.
No, but my point being, you're saying that in a way, because you say you're not, but you are. You're saying your way is better. What we're telling you is sometimes
I think that part is better.
Was quality over quantity. Did you holler at all 40 or 50 girls?
No, I didn't want to. I didn't have enough energy.
Okay, but exactly. Then, you know, that's like going to a buffet and you full and you get up and go get another plate and don't eat none of it.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
That's like hollering at chicks just for the fun.
For the sport of it.
I'm glad
I used to do it.
Every man used to do it at that age.
Just like with the DM, I used to do it. Then I called one, think I could smash.
Right.
And she say she's gonna come through, and she'll never come through.
Yeah, because somebody else DM'd her.
But what if you put your eggs in 3 baskets and all 3 of them say no, opposed to you put your eggs in 10 baskets, 3 of them say no, 2 of them bite?
Are you putting your best foot forward trying to entertain 10 women or
Me
3
personally,
quality?
at 17, I had energy.
See what I'm saying?
I get it.
But see,
energy,
we grew up on the creed, messing over yo for show, trying to get some
Mo.
mo.
Okay, but put it to you like this, though. Put it to you like
Say
this.
pussy, Chuck.
Put it to you like this.
It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's me.
It don't even have to be women. We could quit talking about women for a second. Think about the opportunity. I was able to get a full ride scholarship by putting my shit on the internet.
Now that part.
Yep.
That's what I'm really trying to say. It's the access that we have.
It's a gift and a curse.
It is.
See, you're talking about it being used in a positive aspect, and that's very positive. But then pros and cons.
Well, I started off with women, which is probably not the best thing to start off.
So, like I said, if you notice, if y'all does y'all generation understand the magnitude of what you're saying? Because if they do, the next generation is gonna be better.
No, I say no because honestly, I talk with a lot of people in my generation, and I'm gonna just be honest, we're ignorant.
Wow.
As a whole,
Y'all
I'm not gonna say
y'all got all the access. Y'all making all the money.
It's better, remember?
But
y'all ain't gotta catch the buzz.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that.
It's a vibe, man.
It is a vibe. But you gotta understand though. Okay, so think about if you're a baby and you don't know much, and I put you in a room with every tool you need in life. What are you gonna choose? That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to y'all were like, I think y'all were given. Sometimes less is more. That's what I'm really trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm not saying social media, all the access that we have, it's just better. I'm saying I'm blessed enough to be one of the ones that have discernment to say, okay,
That is, boy.
I'm choosing better.
That is.
I agree with y'all generation.
That is.
And I also agree with my generation.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here.
I think y'all have an overload of information.
We have too much information.
Yes, too much.
Because honestly, whatever vice you want to feel in your lifetime, it's right at your feet.
Oh, nigga, let's real quick. You mention that. Let's talk about porn.
I was just finna get
Do
into
we have to?
We can.
We can, because I want to get into that.
So,
think about it.
you know, this is our porn. You had a couple of ways to get it.
Magazines.
Well, that's top. Because unless you had an uncle or somebody had an uncle or somebody. Because I was raised by older people. I wasn't raised by my mom and dad. So they didn't have porn laying around the house. It just didn't happen. But, you know, I used to go to a barbershop and they had Playboy magazines in the barbershop. Just on it was a different time. I used to buy cigarettes for my aunt at 6.
Really?
Yeah, we had vending machines. You just walk up, put your money in, and get your cigarettes. But my point is different. So inside the barbershop, they had Playboy magazines. I pick one up, and I'm just looking, and nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, because it's me.
And it's a barbershop, and that's the first time I seen boobs. Because before we were able to afford cable, or before cable was accessible.
Oh man,
Gotcha.
And so when you had movies where you could see boobs and stuff like that, but typically it was magazines. And so even when I was in the Navy, it was still magazines.
Bro, when I was driving truck up until like 2004, 5, I Blue Chondrea.
Oh, Blue Chondrea, motherfucking Blacktail magazine.
Blacktail.
Yeah,
It was magazines in the 2000s.
Really?
I didn't know nothing about no porn on the
phone
and all that.
and now you can just pull that shit up.
Come up
Do you know how
accidentally.
bad I would have hurt myself in high school if I could just watch porn on my phone at
Why so?
whenever the fuck I feel like it?
What's up? How would you have hurt yourself?
Nigga arm get.
Right arm be like
You gotta
this,
switch
left
it up.
arm be.
You gotta switch it up. You better
Okay, but honestly,
go out there.
think about how an 11-year-old gets a phone nowadays. He gets to look at that type of stuff.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
that's
what I'm trying to say.
I didn't like it in the beginning. I was against it in the beginning.
What, porn on phones?
No, just the smartphone. Because Donovan, when they was young, he had the flip or whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out to Donovan. I had one of those too.
Yeah, we did.
I
too.
try to keep with that forever.
Like, Daddy,
Daddy, I need a new one.
it's a wrap, man.
No, it wasn't him. It was his mama. She wanted him to have,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
But that was before before all of the parental controls, like you're saying. You know what I mean? It's a gift and a curse.
right.
And when we first was exposed to these smartphones, we thinking, okay, they ain't doing that. They
doing it.
touching these buttons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. The next generation under me, probably smarter than my generation.
So smart is relative, though, right?
What do you mean?
Because just because you have the information at your fingertips, you're not using it. You're not necessarily smarter. I feel like I'm smarter than than the average 20-year-old.
Smart and intelligence is two different things.
Okay, perfect.
Smart is having information. Intelligence is using it.
it.
You know what I mean? And that's what.
Say that one more time. I like that.
That's what a lot of disconnected is, because I know a lot of smart people, like, and that's what as I start following back and I'm like, damn, smart. Something like, damn, y'all know all this. Why come?
Any further?
Oh, you're not applying nothing. Yeah. So you got this information, but if you don't, a lot of times you have to take a step back and just see things for what they are and utilize what you have. You know what I mean?
And now I do, in defense of young people, y'all pick up on stuff a lot faster. So like if I get a brand new phone, I don't feel like fucking with that thing. Take it away, man.
What phone you got now, huh?
Yeah.
So I got the 14.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I stay on top because I need it. I use it as I use it.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something though?
Sure.
I want to give you your flowers while you're here. You are very tech savvy though. A lot of people in your generation are not tech savvy.
Well, here's the deal. I was about to give y'all flowers.
Go ahead.
The reason why I'm able to do this is because a lot of the YouTubers I watch are young.
Yeah.
So that brings me to
A lot of the
next point.
Okay, go for it.
We could learn from each other.
Yes.
Well, I think that's the point that we've been trying to get at. I know you kind of wanted to your verbiage at the beginning before the camera start rolling and all that is, hey man, I'm gonna take you niggas to task because da 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 da.
I just like talking my noise though. I don't feel harm.
No, I feel that.
I wouldn't even be here if I
But
didn't
there
respect
are
the older
people.
generation, honestly.
There are people in your age bracket do seem like they have an issue with Gen X specifically.
Absolutely.
And I'm not exactly sure
we do have an issue with
why,
y'all.
but I think we changed this. We talked about this before. We changed the trajectory of, especially when it comes to black males and fatherhood. The majority of us did not have a father in the household. Mm-hmm. So you go to somebody's house and they daddy live there. We're like, ooh. Right. Our generation, by and large, despite what the perception of it is, we take care of our kids. You shouldn't be congratulated for that, but I think people underestimate how, especially after the civil rights movement and in the early 70s, when you had the absence of fathers, that a lot of us took that shit to heart. So we had people like Tupac and a lot of our rappers talk about the lack of fathers being in the household and how we didn't respect our daddy because they wasn't there, and we vowed to never be that way. Mm-hmm. And almost all of us made it a point that even if me and the mama don't work out, so I had custody of my son since he was a year and a half, and he's 20. I've always had my son, and a lot of us are like that. And the reason why a lot of people in your generation and the generation before yours are so well off is because of the care that black men have taken in making sure their family was straight. And so while we didn't get it all right, because we wasn't really raised, and we talk about our parents being hands-on and all that, they pretty much just let us loose. So they, absolutely. Man, we would leave at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. They wouldn't see us again until nighttime.
Yeah, street lights come on.
They wouldn't even see us. They didn't ask what the fuck we've been doing.
We cut the grass.
We setting fires, drinking out of the water hose, playing hide and go get it.
Yeah.
We might even, we just really want to get wild. We get somebody old to get us a little something to sip on, and it'd be like 5 or 6 of us sipping on one bottle. And then you go in the house trying to hurry up and go to your rooms. You scared you're going to smell like. We didn't smoke weed like that. When we got in high school late and we did smoke weed, we try to hide and keep it on the low. Yeah. Because it just wasn't. Yeah. We walk around smelling like weed? Nah. Yeah. No, sir. Nah. So there's a lot of stuff that I think we made it easier for the generation that came after us. And we don't necessarily get the props that we deserve.
Y'all don't. But I'm here to say, like, honestly, man to men, I do respect y'all. Honestly. And I know I probably said a lot of negative things.
Actually, you didn't. I can't think of a single negative thing you said.
You don't think so?
No.
I have a lot of negative feelings during y'all about y'all generation, honestly. I do.
You keep saying it, but you have yet to say it.
Because, okay, I'm going to give y'all the real. I shook y'all hand as men. I'm going to look y'all in the eye when I say this. Y'all are the ones that take the time to talk to us.
That's not a negative.
Can I finish?
What he's saying is it's on his
field. No.
He's saying it's on his field.
Right there is what the next point I'm about to make. The average person in y'all generation don't let us finish a sentence. Y'all don't let us talk. I'm 26 years old. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a man. Not y'all. I am a man. Not
but
y'all.
He been hitting at this shit the whole episode. Now you talking about I won't let him finish.
I'm a man. But
the thing is, you don't have nothing negative to say.
I do have a lot of negative to say.
No, you have something negative to say, but you just don't have to say to us.
No, I respect y'all.
Yeah.
But average.
If it was
say it to them.
Let me get to the negative. Hold on.
Yeah, if it was negative.
Let me get to the negative. Yeah. I don't like their generation. All right, because why? They stuck in their ways. They think their answer is the right answer every single time. Y'all could learn from us just as well as we could learn from y'all. You feel what I'm saying? I go to the average old nigga and that was born in the 1800s, and you feel what I'm saying? Like, they come at me. I work at a prison. Right? Them old dudes are so stuck in their ways.
They're
like,
fucking convicts.
No. The workers. Not the actual inmates. I work in a prison.
The workers conditioned like the convicts. Everybody conditioned the same way.
Time.
Everybody doing
that's
time.
Facts, though,
everybody doing time.
Myself.
You got to listen to NBA YoungBoy just to go to work.
But I do. Just to stay young. Yeah. But the average old nigga nowadays, like, they treat us so bad. Y'all wouldn't believe how bad we get treated. Like, it's like they don't y'all. I'm gonna say y'all generation don't respect us. Y'all don't look us in the eye when we talking. Not y'all. That's why I haven't said nothing negative. But the people y'all went to school with, y'all went to Yates or Bel Air?
I'm Bel Air.
The people y'all went to Bel Air with, cut this part out.
No.
I'm around their granddaughters now, or daughters. They don't respect us. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I think you talking about some of them don't.
because
bro,
you know why? Majority rules. You feel what I'm saying? I walk around. I got tattoos around my arm. I got tattoos on my neck. I got a gold watch. I'm a certain size. But no, listen. They know the younger generation is on a different type of time, right? So they think we all act like that. You said it before the podcast even started. Man, they got Pooh Shiesty masks on.
If you're walking around
doing this.
with a Pooh Shiesty mask and a hoodie, I'm going to look at you like you're a threat.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
You know, but why in the hell, if it's 95 degrees outside in Houston, Texas, are you covering your face up and wearing a hoodie like that? Something is wrong with you.
Not going.
And so it's not about us not understanding the generation. We're looking at somebody that's odd as fuck. And we want to know why. Why would you purposefully be uncomfortable?
I'm glad
The problem is they feel like they can do. They've been feeling entitled since babies. Mm-hmm. They can do whatever they want to since babies. Like, man, take that hoodie off. Don't wear the hood to school. Okay, if you wear it, don't put the hood on. Now I get. So you feel like because you feel like you entitled here. You can call 911. You feel like you can go in there and run this.
Or I'm entitled to have my phone out on my desk. You say you can't have my phone. I can use my phone or whatever, and then you act a fool over your phone.
See what I'm saying?
That shit didn't exist. So it's not us or them, like you said, not understanding. It's or hating you for it. It just doesn't make sense to us because we didn't have phones.
It's weird. It's weird. The word weird means something that doesn't make sense to you. We were born in a generation where we had phones, technology, laws. We had, we talked about porn. We had different music. Everything that we grew up with is different from y'all.
So overall, quote unquote, guys should be graduating with elevated GPA. I mean, you know what I mean? Overall, the education. No. Wait a minute. We got all this access, bro. Like, come on, bro.
No.
Wait a minute.
No, because I'm saying what.
I remember when my kids were in elementary school, like fifth grade, when I had the laptop. We can get on there, and you might can find a teacher with the whole 1 to 2 teachers that had a video and they put on YouTube and they going over a problem. You might find 1 or 2. And I'm trying to teach him, bro. 5 years removed from that, it's when I'm going to college, I'm on my phone, YouTube, doing problems. So what you mean, man? It's the access is
look, real
like
quick
this.
Before that, I remember one time, I think y'all were helping Trail to somebody with their homework, and they called me and said, "What does AM and PM mean?"
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
That conversation.
Yes.
And AM, do you know what AM means?
Like the actual word.
Yes.
AM, like 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't know what that means.
One is anti-meridian.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is post-meridian.
Yes, I'm meridian, yeah.
You know what the meridian is?
The middle of the day.
What meridian is the line. It's the time, the
Time zone?
the prime meridian on the globe. And so one is after or before. So that's what AM, PM means. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how I knew that. I just knew.
But way back then, we didn't have a phone. We didn't have internet.
So I
We
want
didn't have.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't understand what y'all. I do, but I have a total different answer for that.
What?
We didn't have encyclopedias either.
Oh,
now think about like
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, my old man had it.
We did too.
That was the 1800s. Think about the goals and like what y'all looked up to. Like in y'all day and age, the average, I'm not gonna say y'all, the average person wanted a household, a nice family, a nice car. They wanted to live like the Joneses, right? Mm-hmm. that was the average person. If we know 23-year-old millionaires.
Yeah.
On social media, on this, on that. So to answer your question, we shouldn't be a lot further because it's a gift and a curse with that. You get what I'm saying? If I get on social media, first of all, a lot of people in my generation have low self-esteem.
I get that because y'all don't never go nowhere.
We don't go nowhere, and then no, seriously, we don't. I agree with you.
Y'all want likes over actual human
real life experiences.
Yeah.
That's the difference between.
I used to be scared.
But that's the point I was trying to make about us going out and meeting girls. And
I used to be scared to talk to girls. This dude broke me up out of that. We went to the Navy. Man, we went to the Navy. We started playing. Look, I don't know who came over.
We ain't been old our whole life, bro.
No.
I understand.
We had the game to see who can bag the most honey.
I ain't gonna lie to it.
But it was and what nobody gonna lie about it. You know, you can. It's a
why lie?
It's a gentleman bet.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
It's a gentleman bet, and that because we used to be somewhere.
Reminiscing.
Look, we used to be somewhere, and Sean would be like, "It's like showtime now." Like it'd be two chicks, and I gotta go holler him because he hollered at the last two.
Yeah.
We in Virginia together.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to be out there.
Yeah, that's what broke me out of being scared to approach people because you gotta be in this world and approach people.
It's a different day and age. So, like I said, I understand y'all's, point of view and everything y'all been through. I feel like the average person of y'all gen age don't understand what we've been through or how we think. The only thing I'm trying to help y'all understand is the mindset. That's it.
I don't think you're gonna be able to reach me. And it's not
I'm gonna reach you.
No, I don't think you can be, only because it's not for lack of me. I want to understand, but for the life of me,
you just can't.
I can't.
And I respect that though.
It's like trying to teach a caveman how to use an iPhone. I don't give a fuck how long you sit with this motherfucker.
So you agree you a caveman?
To a certain degree, I have some preconceived notions about the generation today, but I don't know how much of it is my own ignorance. And how much of it is a lacking that these younger people have. I get the impression, you said earlier, softer. You got to be careful with soft because we could be seen as unfeeling. You know what I'm saying? And
most
cold.
of y'all are, though. Most of y'all
are. Well, no, but the thing is, yeah.
Most of y'all are.
I think we were the last, Generation X is the last of the wild breed of children. We didn't have phones. We had phones, but we didn't have. We didn't even have until we got in high school. We didn't even have an answering machine.
That was tough.
Yeah, so if somebody called your house,
microwave. Homeboy.
If somebody called your house and you was on the phone, you had a busy signal. You had to wait until they got off the phone. Yeah, so you call.
Wasn't no call waiting. Wasn't no call waiting.
Wasn't no call waiting.
Get off the phone.
So y'all were raised up in that era where you gotta like.
Rotary phones.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Absolutely. We were raised in the area where phone numbers were 7 digits. So you didn't do 713-832-281. My number growing up was 433-5456. That was it.
6720996.
You know 288?
Who?
288
highway.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-lane street.
2-lane street?
It was like street out here. Oh no, Wilson. It was like Wilson. It was just 2 lanes instead of a highway. So what I'm saying that things have changed. The reason why I'm going to have difficulty, we're cavemen. Some people that work with the youth probably have a better handle on it than us. But it's just that we're not saying that y'all soft, but kinda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the Navy, we had training timeouts where if you thought they were being too hard on you, you were training timeout. They had it. I've never seen anybody use it. They use it now, I bet. Yeah. Like, no, I'm not going in the gas chamber.
I'm not saying I'm not part of it.
They put us in the fucking gas chamber with tear gas.
Yeah.
And let it loose on us. Wow. And
I was raised to believe that if it didn't kill you, it made you stronger.
Yeah, rub some dirt on that shit.
Right. So now, and I'm saying that in the sense of achieving physical goals,
right?
Like football or in boot camp where you got to do all that. So I already had that in my mind. I can push myself. After I stopped playing ball, and I was going to try to go to college and run the track. My whole body cramping up. I'm pushing myself to until I can't.
Right.
Because I'm like, I'm not gonna die. So let me see what's gonna happen. Yeah. And I got that same mentality. When like truck driver, whatever, I'm finna mash and see what it do. Yeah. So that was embedded in me at a young age. I know y'all ain't. I know y'all ain't got that in y'all.
Who don't?
You know what I mean?
But you different. We talked about that.
I ain't gonna lie to
we talking about the overall.
Because
look, my kids. I'm glad. Ain't built like we.
Yeah, my son. He's a good man.
Yeah.
He different, and I have to catch myself sometimes. Like you want to just grab him, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mm-hmm. But if he's entitled or he's a little softer than what I want, whose fault is that?
Whose fault is it?
It's mine.
Yeah.
Because I've made it really comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah. So the like what I was saying, we're the last that our generation is the last of those wild children that are brought up. We weren't comfortable in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And so that kind of shapes, so it takes a lot more to fuck with us. And we just kind of bounce back.
It's a difference. I'm going to be honest. Can we cut this out? I'm so sorry. I got to use the restroom again.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Instead of going to the bathroom, so we're about there anyway. Mm-hmm. Do you have any closing remarks? And you can say your closing remarks. And
well, I would say this.
This nigga gonna pee twice.
I gotta pee real quick.
Lord,
say man, got it.
How is this even possible?
Twice.
Hey, it's a different generation, man.
Yeah, it is.
We got different bladders.
Say millennial bladder ass.
Say this the porta potty generation, right? Say boys can't be in the field and gotta hold it.
God damn.
Be out there. Be a shitty man.
All right, so tell you what, let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. I think we got some things accomplished. I didn't get to hear any real negatives that you had to say about Gen X. I don't necessarily have any negatives to say about Gen Z. It's just that there are some key differences. You said yourself, there are things that we can learn from each other. You know, I told you, especially when it comes to this tech stuff and everything that I know about photography too, podcasts and all that stuff. I follow some younger people that are more abreast of these type of things, and also sometimes you can gain a lot of perspective from younger people, and so that's what I try to do. So I hope you feel that same way about older people, and also respect the limitations, what we were able to accomplish with the limitations that we do have. We took 15 cents and made $1 out of it. And I think it's admirable. But what are your closing remarks?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you for that. I think my main point, I don't really have negatives. I think we could learn a lot from each generation. You know what I'm saying? The pros of yours and the pros of mine, and we could mix them together. I will say this, though. My generation, if you really want to learn a lot, it's a lot of people that took the test that we haven't took already. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of wisdom that y'all can give to us to where y'all have been 26 before. We've never been y'all age before.
We wrote the book that y'all reading.
Y'all didn't write the book, but y'all been 26 before. Yeah, we've never been y'all age
just
before.
Being contrary. Don't let them have it, man. You're not living young.
But no, seriously though.
The book was already there.
I gotta give y'all. I gotta give y'all a hard time, but I really feel like this though. You know, we have to learn to coexist.
Yeah, you act like we've
y'all don't understand,
beating y'all up and shit.
He running into some
some mean ass old people. That's not us.
Whatever gas station you going to in the morning,
you need to switch gas stations.
Yeah, them old heads is out of there, bro.
But I appreciate the ones that give some game. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the wise, but always understand, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get older one day, but it's always somebody younger coming up the stairs. So you know what I'm saying? We gotta learn to coexist. We can all help each other.
But what we're going through with the younger generation, your time is coming, and you'll get it then. You'll be like,
because the whole thing is, however you fixate your mind, and you know this is your strategy, how it's gonna work. You know, if you're gonna raise a kid or whatever, 18, 17 years, whatever plan you had in the beginning,
It ain't gonna be the same plan.
you're gonna be like, God damn, I mean, the whole time I was trying to prevent this, and that's something totally different came out on the back end. You like,
Yeah, you be like, you 45, 50 years old, and you talk to a young dude, and he's like, man, y'all didn't have hologram butlers when you were growing up? Damn. No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's always going to be something. So, yeah, y'all don't even know how to use key maps and shit. So, I mean, you know, it's
Rand McNally.
right. Atlas.
When I started
Maps.
driving trucks in '98, I had a big book to map my trip from here to New York. A book, like a book, paper, pages. It was laminated. So you map your route out, make sure you're not going anywhere that's under 13.6, so you hit your trailer. So you map your whole trip out from here to wherever you're going.
Me and Chuck drove from Virginia to Houston, and we mapped it out.
Yeah.
The highways to take.
you mapped
So
it
it
out.
wasn't no Jeep.
Paper, using a paper map.
Why
You write, you write the highways down.
Hey, man, we need to
When we
exit.
when we get to this highway,
64.
Yeah, it's on-
64 is one of the highways.
Yeah.
You need to exit this.
Yeah.
And then you go here.
Yeah.
And then once we get to I-10, we don't have to do no more because we know I-10 is straight shot.
yeah.
And well, you get to New Orleans, 12, and then back on
from
I-10.
Virginia, paper, mapping. Yeah. That boy looking like you boys wild. Like y'all niggas is wild. Like, y'all wild for that.
Hey, YouTube and all you socialites, if you can see what me and Chuck have to deal with and the disdain that this young man has had, we have had a pretty good goddamn time today, and I'm definitely glad to have had y'all come on the show and Chris in a new spot. We got a whole bunch more stuff coming. I know you coming back. Real quick, I'm gonna go to you last, Chuck. You want to give out some of your social media or anything that you had together? You don't want to mess with that?
Don't do social media?
Because guess what?
What's up?
I'll be back.
Okay, well then, that's good with me.
Yeah.
What you got to say, bro?
Well, Instagram, Real Darius Love again. I said that at the beginning of the video. Twitter, I'm not really on Twitter. Love's Language Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Follow me on TikTok at onlydeelove. I think that's my handle. I don't know my handle.
I don't remember.
It might be only Darius Love. I'm
gonna research it before I post it. I'll have it.
I'm trying to build my
Right
TikTok.
about here.
Yeah. Just put it right here.
There? I got you.
Here.
Pause.
No, put it right here. But
No diddy.
Love's Language on YouTube. I'm trying to help the older generation, you know what I'm saying, catch up with this new speed because they trying to, ride bikes. We on motorcycles now. So
Damn, you know what? We
it's a
is riding
different day
bike.
and
I'm here
age.
for it, though. I'm here for it.
It is what it
different
is.
day and
Yeah,
If you teach me how to go faster, then that's what it is.
Yeah.
But they teaching me the wisdom, so I'm rocking with it.
All right, y'all. It's been another episode of the Social Drinkers Podcast and our new setup, our new digs. Continue to come around. We got a whole bunch more stuff to come, and peace out.
Peace.
It's the Social Drinkers Podcast.